In case you're new to installing a microwave, we put a bracket on the back. The back of the microwave rests on that bracket. It lifts up, and then there's a couple of screws on the top that support it. It would be exhausting. It's sitting on that. Okay, so we'll be taking this dishwasher, this microwave out, because the display is kind of funky. It's upside down Y21, so apparently that is broken there. Screws, right there's one, there's the other, somewhere right in here. A blanket to protect the range top. So there's screws, the plug here, and it kind of tilts forward because it anchors on the back hinge. And this, by the way, this is my wife's Chex mix, and she has under Candace's cooking, our playlist, she shows this white chocolate Chex mix that is just amazing. So I'm gonna munch on this, you can listen to that. That's why we put the blanket there. Remove this back bracket. In case you're new to installing a microwave, we put a bracket on the back. The back of the microwave rests on that bracket. It lifts up, and then there's a couple of screws on the top that support it. So the other thing is that if there's a vent, this house does not have a vent, so it recirculates. It kind of goes through the carbon filters and recirculates the exhaust or the fumes from cooking. So in the event that there's an exhaust, you actually have to take these 4 screws out, lift the housing motor out, rotate it 90 degrees so it is ejecting the fumes out the vent, and then put this bracket back. So this doesn't have that, so they always come in recirculation mode, so they're not going to exhaust fumes out of the house. It's going to exhaust them through the microwave, kind of clean it, and then shoot it into the room. So this is this house doesn't require the exhaust out, so I'm going to leave this fan in the position that's at. Like I said, otherwise I'd lift it out, rotate it so the fins you can see the fins, and then it would exhaust out. You can also exhaust out the back. You have to remove these little panels here, but I think I hardly ever see one that exhausts out the back. That's if you had the exhaust right here and it was a cutout, and you'd see that it would be exhausting. So it would be exhausting. All right, so here's the bracket on the back of the microwave. So let's take that apart. Let me bring the camera over here. So this one happens to come with the bracket mounted on there. So we're gonna take this bracket off. Get it on there. All right, like I said, this is the back of the microwave, and this microwave rests on that right there. So it's important that we put this, turn the camera over here, this has to be installed right here in the studs, because the back of the microwave will rest on it. Now, I do have to measure the distance to make sure that from the top of the microwave to the bottom of the microwave is the same from here to here. And they actually do provide a template. All right, so this is the back of it, rear wall template it says. So top edge of the microwave is right there. Of course, you'd have to cut that out if you were gonna do that. The other thing is, I could not cut it out, but I'll just install this bracket, that little gap at the top. I'll just install this bracket that much distance up to the bottom. So that would be about right there. I'm gonna make a mark. That's the quickest way to do it. Now I just have to line that mark up right there. Okay, now I'm installing this back template. My phone died, so I put this up here On this particular wall, there's a stud right here. I can feel it. So I know there's a stud there. So I put my first screw there just as a starting point. I'm gonna put the drywall anchor right here. You can see what a drywall anchor is. So this goes in and expands. So I'm gonna put this one right there. It looks like there might be one right there. I can just barely reach that side. So let's put in the safety blanket. There we go. Safety blanket installed. Okay, so now let's put the anchors on here. And it was this end one. So that goes like this. Now this is going to, you got to thread it a little bit past the point. It's going to go in like this and then expand and tighten up on it. And the other side was 4 in. Thread that through there. All right, we should be good to go on this. So, because you'll see it goes gradually tighter, just about right there. The next thing we got to figure out is these holes on the top. There's one here and one there. This goes from the top down right there. This goes from the top down right there. Okay, so this cord right here will go through that hole right there. See my finger? Right there. You can read that. It says wall. And this goes under the cabinet like this, up here. And that tells us where to drill the hole. Okay, the other way to measure for these holes, if you don't have that template that you put up there, which is a nice way to do it. The back of the microwave goes flush against the back, and then it's down a little bit from here because of the lip right here, but that's not a big deal. So measure from the back of the microwave to there. That's 9 7/8, and from the side of this surface, because it will be flush against both sides, you can see it's touching on both sides. So bring it over 1 inch and 5/8. Just a little bit wider than that. We're gonna drill a hole, and I bet it's the same on the other side. 9 7/8 and 1 5/8. Okay, so I'm gonna lift it up, put the back in, and then rotate it up. The back of the microwave sitting on that. Looks good. That looks good. Screw in. Now we'll plug this in. So now we'll take off all the stuff. And the excess cord right here, I'm going to stuff in there. So there's a little bit of a cavity underneath here. So we'll peel off this blue protective film and stuff the cord down there. So that's next. Okay, I got the cord pushed down in there, and there happens to be a little cable clamp on that right side. So exhaust grill covers right here. Let's test it out here. 30 seconds. Start. And she's cooking. All right, let's stop, and then the light. Yep, the light's on. And the fan. Yep, it's blowing out the top. Fan works. Hey, thank you for joining me on that microwave installation. That was fun. I have always enjoyed doing those. I'm a full commercial and residential contractor, and I have been doing that for about 30 years. And I have thousands of videos that I'm just starting to edit in my computer with Adobe Premiere Pro. So long story short, my wife and I, we are just about ready to become empty nesters. I'm 54 years old, and she is 8 years younger than me, and keeps the youthful part of me going. So I really enjoy having her as a wife. She's beautiful. And she has Candace's Closet playlist and Candace's Cooking playlist. We have 2 little poodle mixes that we're going to have a cute puppy playlist. I do construction playlists as well as vehicle improvements, repairs. I have a couple of big projects that I'm working on, an 89 Jeep Cherokee that I'm restoring from the ground up, a sand rail, as well as we're looking to buy 40 acres up north, and so we're going to call it our Vacation Barbie Homestead. So we're going to be starting that as well. So we hope that you can join us on our journey here on YouTube, as well as our cruises. We do cruise videos too. We're often seen on Carnival. On occasion, we've actually had people show up on the Carnival Cruise Line on the Panorama, for example, and said, "Hey, we saw your YouTube video. We wanted to come see you." And sometimes we list our cruises on the end of the video. Our next cruise is coming up in April on the Panorama. It's an 8-day cruise, and it also goes to La Paz. I've never been to La Paz, so we go to Cabo San Lucas, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and we do like day 1, we do this, day 2, we do that. And we are a little bit crazy, but we just love life, and we're enjoying each other. And consequently, like I said earlier, we are almost empty nesters. We raised 5 kids. So we might start a playlist on relationships, you know, the do's and don'ts and how to keep things hot and steamy in a relationship, which we've been hot and steamy for 15 years. So it's like everywhere we go, people say, "Oh, you guys are newlyweds." No, we've actually been together for 15 years. So anyhow, so I'm going to put a preview of a couple of videos right here as I stutter on screen. And then check these videos out, and we'll hope to see you. And my gosh, please just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It's good for us, and we're trying to get monetized on this channel. And I'm looking for sponsors and brand deals and affiliate marketing. I want to get that hooked up and going as well. So, hey, you guys are awesome. I am trying to create content that you guys want to see, and just join us and become our friends. And we look forward to seeing more of you. So thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.